Hey guys, what's going on? So I've been wanting to do a little talk in comparison about a bunch of various Mesa Boogie vintage 30 cabs. And so I put some stuff here together to show you guys today. Here we've got the old style rectifier cab. These are all sealed cabs, all with the Mesa UK made vintage 30s. This is the old boxy style 112. Down here we've got the vertical 212. Over here we've got the traditional 412, also known as the stiletto cab. And then here we've got the standard, or also known as oversize 412. I'm going to be doing this today through my old 2-channel. This is an early Rev G Triple Recto. And then I just have this new multi-watt dual out here because I want to talk about a couple things, but I'll be doing the stuff through the triple. So what I want to talk about, which I hope will come across in the videos, is how to compare these guys. This one is really well balanced. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be playing this in the video today because I've actually got a G12T75 in it right now. But with the vintage 30, I've got this in a lot of my other videos that you can go here. It's just a really balanced cab for playing and recording. You know, in the band, it's kind of blasts at your ankles, so you know I don't tend to use it there that much. I really like I like the flat stuff for recording and home and stuff, but you know I do prefer the angled cabs in the band just because it helps to spread it out more, so that I'm not just blowing away the people in the front row and not hearing it well myself. This 212. This is a much brighter cab. So, and this is talking about kind of how the construction of the cabs, because they've all got the same speakers. But this is a brighter cab. It doesn't have as much bottom end. It's still a fantastic sounding cab. It's a go-to cab for gigging just because it's easy to carry around compared to the big boys. The stiletto cab is darker. It's notably darker, which is probably a really good match for the Mesa stiletto heads, which I've never owned one, but everything I've read and heard is that they're kind of ice picky. And so, you know, if I was going to put a cab with that, I would definitely choose this one because it's by far the darkest of the cabs. And then there's the oversize. It's kind of the most middy and boomy. It's bigger, so you kind of expect that. Now, a few other things to note are just kind of various wattages. With this Triple Recto, it's the first thing I've had that really fills this cab out because it's just got, you know, it's got so much power on tap and it makes this cab sound amazing. With the dual Recto, this cab still sounds pretty good in 100 watt mode and 50 watt mode. Honestly, it just can't push it very well. And so I usually use the dual Recto with this if I'm playing in the band just because it's, you know, easy to carry. Sometimes I use it with this cab, you know, even though it is darker, I just kind of have to bring the presence up to account for it. But the dual Recto will push this traditional size, in my opinion, especially on 50 watt mode, better than it's going to push the oversize. So just some thoughts of, you know, playing an AB and all these things. I'll be playing on an ESP with active pickups. Haven't really chosen which one. I'm going to go flip everything on and grab a couple guitars and see which one sounds good today. And I'll just, I'll put a riff into my Ditto X4 looper and play the same thing in these 3 cabs. So check it out and let me know what you think. All right, thanks guys. So I dialed in the rig I'm gonna be using. Obviously the Triple Recto here. And I'm gonna be using my ESP Horizon NT2. And this is loaded with the EMG headset. And then down here, I'm going to be recording it on the Ditto X4 so I can play the same thing through the different cabs. And then also boosted with a Maxon 808. And just for good measure, got the decimator 2 in there. And so you can see the settings. I've got it on the orange channel. I'll go like that. So you can see how it's set up. All right, check it out. cool. So for my last trick, I'm going to go ahead and set this up as a full stack with the traditional and the standard. This is how I usually play when I want to have the most brutal thing I've ever heard. You know, it's hard to capture it on a real mic, and that's what I'll do on this one. I'll pull the mic back just to kind of pick up the room. But in person, this is just an absolutely lethal combination. So anyway, check it out. Thanks, guys. Bye.